fun here.
Go ahead.
All right. Calling Public Safety Committee to order at, what is that, 6:27. All trustees are present. Trustee Bachhorst will be joining us very shortly. One item on the agenda for tonight, that is consider possible ordinance amendments related to the village attorney. And I don't know if you want me to introduce this or?
Yes. Yep, I kind of have the sheet here, so I don't have a lot of background on it.
Okay.
I just do have one, when you're done, comment from trustee Macher that you wanted to include, but he is on the phone in the other room, so.
So, you know, I just to make a long story short, we had a couple things that we wanted to include in the actual ordinance itself, and a couple things that I think we need to include just to make the ordinance match how we actually are hiring the village attorney. So that's really the purpose for our discussion here tonight, really just to increase the time of the termination clause and then really to match up what we're doing with how the ordinance reads. So with that, I guess I had a couple things. Trustee McKay, I don't know if you have anything, if you want to start. I don't want to monopolize the meeting here. So.
I'll just turn it over to Sarah, because I believe there was a question.
Yep, so trustee Macher had a question if there's statutory required, correct me if I'm saying this wrong. Okay.
Just started.
Oh, okay.
You didn't miss too much.
Just brief introduction. He had inquired if it was statutorily required for the village president to appoint village attorney, and it is not.
Okay.
It's just the way it's been done, and I believe that there might be some other cleanup ordinances.
Okay, so, can I jump on that
Go
question?
ahead.
So I did have that question as well, because, so it is the way it's worded is the village president recommends to the board and then we appoint. So we could get rid of that, which I think would be a good idea, especially given this board and a lot of the changes. We've, how do I say this? In the last 3 years, we've moved a lot of the decision-making away from the full council and shifted it towards the village president, and which I don't necessarily agree with some of those changes, including taking away the bid board's ability to make their own appointments. That change also came within the last 3 years, where it's the village president makes the recommendation, and as you've seen the last 2 years, we've had a lot of contention around that. So I think in the spirit of transparency and good governance, I think that it would make sense that if, you know, that we scratch that we eliminate that provision in there that says that the village president appoints or recommends. And it's not to do with any person who's the village president now, formerly, or in the future. It's just, again, I think that we're all elected and, you know, there's an understanding that we're going to make decisions as a group, and this group could really use some cohesion and some group decision making. And this is one area where, you know, one of the most important hires that we're going to have in a while.
I see your point, and I agree with a lot of aspects of it. I mean, my gut feeling for this, and again, I don't view this as you know, we're just trying to make the decision in the best way that we can. I think it should probably match, and I have no idea how this process works right now, probably match how we appoint the village manager. That was always my thoughts.
So I believe that was one of the comments, is the ordinances right now state that it is, that's how the village manager is appointed as well. So the idea is that it should all kind of be cohesive and match. So if we're going to change one, we'll probably look at changing the rest of them.
Yeah, I would be up for changing that one as well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would either say that we should talk about it and change them together,
Yep.
or not change either. I mean,
Okay.
I just think they should match it. I don't think we should.
And then the other comment that Rebecca had was that we are really the only ones in the North Shore that have it appointed by president. The rest are by the board or the council. So
Yeah. In fact, I would say, I would even go so far as to recommend that we go through and change a lot of the other ones that do have presidential appointment and say that, you know, strike that, because it hasn't necessarily been a smooth ride as far as that's concerned, at least in the last couple of years. So, yeah.
maybe then the action tonight would be to defer this matter and have the other one, the other ordinance brought to us at the same time.
Is there a time sensitivity around this?
I don't believe so. I think my thought was that it was just cleanup as they were going through the RFP process for the village attorney in this past one,
Yeah.
to make it clean for the next round.
Right, because we already
But it
just,
won't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't hold
It
up a
won't
contract.
affect any appointment for this.
Yeah, the next time we go through this is
Yep.
3 years from now, so.
Yes.
If time sensitivity is 3 years.
Yes.
well, it's government, so that would be time
I think
sensitivity.
this is not gonna go on for quite a while.
Well, we have another 12 minutes, so we might as well work as much on this as possible now.
Well, I had a couple, aside from that issue, I had a couple other things. I don't wanna monopolize the meeting, but I have 3 things. I'll start with the village, the chief legal advisor, the works village manager, responsible for preparing and drafting legal opinions, ordinances, rules, and regulations. We really should have provided legal advice in there. I know it's nitpicky, but, I mean,
Yeah.
most of what he does is provides legal advice verbally. He doesn't prepare and draft legal opinions as much as he just provides legal advice in the meeting. There's nothing about village prosecutor duties in here.
Okay.
So just probably as kind of a cleanup piece, we should put that in. And maybe this is just my, I mean, we're still relatively new to this, but is it really, I mean, we hire a village attorney and a village prosecutor, is it really an office of the village if it's not an employee, if it's someone that we hire on an hourly basis? The 109.4 says we create an office, and it strikes me as this is, more of a vendor relationship than an office relationship.
I have to double check, because we're not a city, so we don't operate like a city where you appoint these appointments every year. And you're really signing a contract. So that would be something I'd have to definitely look into, but I do not think it is not really considered an office. They aren't hired by us, they are contracted with us, so. But yeah, I can double check on that one.
And Sarah, I would apologize, because
That's
I
good.
just read something more closely that I probably should have read closely last night. It does say something about the village prosecutor, so scratch that.
Oopsie, sorry.
Scratch that comment from me.
All right.
So I think that that was pretty much all I had on it. I mean, I think the big issue is the issue that Trustee Bachner's raised. Mine had more kind of clean up and just make sure that the maps that we're doing.
Mhm.
I agree, I have nothing to add.
Yep.
That's good.
I would say though, to this group, if we're not gonna bring them both back, like if for some reason our agendas are too full, that since this, there's no reason to say, let's not start looking at this. So,
Yeah, so I guess maybe I misinterpreted trustee Warren's comment. So I'm comfortable with recommending the change here as presented, or as we are discussing, and then moving this forward, and then with the request that the other one come before us to be changed as well. And
yeah, I am too, because it's only one line change.
I mean, I'd rather do them together, but I mean, I respect both of your opinions certainly.
Well, what if they brought them both back together for next time and made that change in both of the ordinances? I mean, because the other one, I don't know the last time we looked at that one, but I see what you're saying, but it's not like we're crafting something and we're gonna need months and months to do this.
No,
It's one line.
I get it, and I'm not trying to make this any kind of adversarial at all. I just like, before I move forward and recommend that we make this change, I want to see them both.
Well, it's probably not the only one that it's in as well, so, but.
And I'd also like to match whatever the other North Shore communities are doing. Again, this has nothing to do with who's holding what position now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's more of just mapping it, it's more of what are other municipalities doing, and let's map it where it needs to be mapped.
Yeah.
But again, I just would prefer to bring it back as both as opposed to one right now.
So ideally, then bring them back to the next one with both.
Yeah, and we shouldn't need that much time,
Yeah.
right?
No, I don't think so.
I'll have them bring both red lines back, include it in the next public safety, when there's committee time available, just for review. So it should be a quick, so it'll probably be more of a quick conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that.
And I think in general, I mean, this just is it's a more contemporary process than the last village manager search we all participated in, and we all participated in the interviews. With the RFP process, we typically have a committee review process, so it's really, it's a little bit more antiquated, that it would rest, it probably back in the day, it was typical that
Yeah, yeah.
things
who knows
would be
what
handled in this way, but I think moving forward, it would be more of a board action.
I'm fine with that generally. Gonna have to see the language and kind of figure out what it looks like, but
You're good with the sentiment?
yeah, I think the sentiment to align it with how the other communities, handle it, and, the fact that the board's done this collaboratively, to sort of reflects what we're doing. I generally, I'm okay with that.
Might as well codify.
This is for tonight.
Okay.
Oh,
Move to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, do we have a second?
Second?
Motion to adjourn, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Do we have 10 minutes? 7 minutes?
6:37.
6:37.
What's our next meeting, 6:45?
The committee of the whole is at 6:45.